Hi everybody, it's John back here with another model final reveal. Today we're looking at the Italeri Republic RF-84 Thunderflash. If you remember, this is the kit that I did an inbox review of, and unfortunately the kit came without any decals, which is a bit of a shame really, but you know, that happens, doesn't it? The decal options in the kit are actually for an Italian or a Belgium Air Force aircraft, and I really wanted to do a United States Air Force variant of this aircraft because, in my opinion, the US Air Force one is a real nice looking piece of kit. There's even a pilot in there for you, Bill. Panzerman's bunker, there you go. I know how you like to have pilot seats accommodated, so I'll definitely put one in for you. There's one, he's actually sat there with a red helmet. So I hope that pleases you. The kit itself went together like a dream. There were no fit issues. The aircraft required very little filler whatsoever. And I had to source some markings from several different kits that matched the colours, decals, as much as possible. The only one I had a real serious issue with was the US Air Force marking that goes under the canopy there. I had to source that from a Matchbox Starfighter, and although the majority of the warning boxes and everything are actually similar, the ejection seat decal actually should be underneath the main canopy part, behind, like directly underneath the pilot instead of underneath the forward part of the cockpit. But that's really the only fault with the kit whatsoever, you know, in the way it was put together and everything. And the underside looks quite nice. It's a nice looking jet. It's a nice, really nice looking kit actually. I did build the Thunderstreak about a year ago. Did that in German Luftwaffe markings, and that was predominantly silver and yellow. And this one is predominantly silver and red with the black flash and waterways and everything. And I like the look of it. It's a nice looking kit. Plenty of weight in the nose. The kit sits on its nose wheel very nicely indeed. So that's the final reveal on my Thunderflash. I hope this video has been of some use. But before you go, I just wanted to do a little touch on something else, which you can probably see in front of you, which is my model build desk. So what I'll do, I'll just take this out of the equation. And I'll just let you into a little bit of my world, because I probably build kits in a way that nobody else does. I have a production line. I build kits on a production line, which is a bit different to most people. I'll just view it out so you can see. Basically, I have it's usually between 12 and 20 models on the table at any one time. And it sort of enables me to never lose my mojo. I know a lot of subbers that I speak to on a regular occasionally come up against a brick wall where they just can't be bothered or can't be asked to do anything. And we call this losing your mojo. And when I build models in this fashion, I tend to build them in runs. Like I've actually got 5 runs of boxes in front of me. They're all underneath this bench, and I build them in runs depending on which projects I've got on the go at any one time. I mean, at the moment in particular, I've actually got 2 models in run 1, which would include the Defiant and the RAF resupply set, and I've got 1 model in run 2 at the moment, 1 model in run 3, and the rest in run 4 and 5. So there's quite a lot in run 4 and 5 at the moment, but I tend to just work them in runs, and then when I finish that run I'll pack up for the day, and when I feel like modelling I'm going to do the next run. But I never actually lose my mojo building kits in this fashion. There's always something that I fancy having a bash at, and as kits progress, I'm never tempted to rush anything because I've got something on the next line. And I just find it's a nice relaxing way to do things, and it keeps me organised, and yeah, it keeps me in the right frame of mind. You'll recognise a lot of these kits from the models that I've done inbox reviews on, and they're all in progress at the moment. The comparison measurements they're together there. The blue one is the Series 1 old tool, and the grey one is the Series 1 new tool. And on the right hand side of the bench, you've got all my stuff that I use all the paints, brushes, thinners, scissors, cutters, everything. It's all on the right hand side, tucked out the side, so I've got plenty of room to put everything, and there's an area in the front of all of the runs there where I actually do all the work. I use various different types of newspapers just to cover the top of the bench so that I don't damage the bench, which is great. It's an old computer table really with a sliding bench and a sliding ledge in the top, and I just put kits there as well. It's quite nice. So this is my workbench. This is how I build kits. I just thought I'd give you an insight into a little bit of my modelling world, and I hope this video has been of some use. If you want to leave some comments on how nutty I build kits, feel free. I'm sure you will. And I'll see you again for the next video. Happy modelling. Bye bye.